I'm Tara Jean, this is Rob Leichhardt, and this is The Last Shift. Only 3 games today, but lots of action in NHL today. The Sabres got rid of their coach of 15 seasons, Jannick Hansen, had a hearing with Brendan Shanahan. The Flyers met the Penguins for round 2 of their season series. Where do you want to start?
Well, I'm still buzzing from that Flyers and Penguins matchup, so we just witnessed what was the greatest game of the season so far. That was incredible. It was so exciting. Monster performances by some of the guys on both sides, and it had everything. It had a ton of goals, which are great for the fans. The flow was incredible. Lots of chances, skill plays. I couldn't take my eyes off the game. It was very, very entertaining. It was actually unfortunate it was the first game of the night because sadly the other 2 games couldn't live up to the hype. But I don't know if another game this season is going to. I mean, it was incredible. Voracek, Simmons, and Giroux were monsters for the Flyers.
Voracek's hat trick?
Yeah, he had a hat trick tonight, which was actually the first time since Bobby Clark has scored a hat trick in a Pittsburgh arena in the 80s. So that's something that Pittsburgh fans don't like to see too often, I'm sure, and didn't appreciate that one. But it was incredible. I mean, outside of the goaltending, what a game! And not much fun for the coaches, and probably some Pittsburgh fans went home unhappy.
I love that shot of Vakun when he scored his hat trick, and he was just laying there like this. The shot on his face. It was like, oh, he just hated that.
Like a cockroach. Like
a cockroach, like literally.
Flipped over on his back.
Literally just stayed there.
Yeah. But the Pittsburgh power play, though, was incredible. That's fun to watch. I mean, that's so just intense. They have so much skill on that team with Malkin and Crosby and Neal and Letang. I mean, when they're on the 5-on-3, the way they pass the puck and then Neal finishes it off, it's just a thing of beauty. It's an absolute clinic. If you want to see how to score on a power play, just watch the Pittsburgh power play right now. It is insane. I mean, other than that breakdown that the Flyers had in the third period, it was it had a really good flow to the game. Lots of great battles for the puck. Even the battles on the board were fun to watch. It just had that playoff feel to it. Now I'm starved for playoff action. I really hope these 2 teams meet each other in the playoffs again because we are in for such a treat.
It was a crazy game and
crazy finish.
Crazier finish.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for us to see another game that good. I think that might go down as the game of the year.
Possibly.
And so far it is.
Well, let's backtrack to the matchup between Canucks and Blackhawks last night. What do you think of Jannick Hansen's suspension?
I don't think it's that big of a surprise.
Not a
surprise. I think everyone expected one, and we were probably discussing intent to injure or not, and whether he was going to get multiple games, 2 or 3. I don't know if he intended to hurt Hossa, but he definitely came down on his head with his elbow, and the NHL is pretty clear that you make contact with another player's head, whether it be with a shoulder, an elbow, anything. Whether you intend to injure them or not, you're usually going to get a call from Brendan Shanahan.
It was an obvious
and you should probably expect the Shanahan. He got 1 game. I don't think anyone's surprised.
It's his first suspension of his entire NHL career.
Oh yeah. He's not that type of player, but it's a hit to the head, which they're trying to eliminate. So I don't have a problem with it. I don't even think the Canucks have a problem with it. But what is surprising though is to see Hossa go down in such a heap after a hit like that, and to remove himself from the game.
Especially after coming back from a concussion recently.
Yeah, no, huge surprise, huge concern. If you are a Chicago fan or part of the Blackhawks, you got to be really concerned because this is a team right now that looks like they want to contend and could contend for the Stanley Cup. Without Hossa in their lineup, that's a big loss, and we don't know how bad this injury is yet. He could come back next game, I don't know, but if this is another concussion or a serious injury or something that leads to him being easily knocked out of games, it could be a huge problem for the Blackhawks. So I think that they're going to be really concerned about this.
What do you think about Lindy Ruff?
Lindy Ruff?
Lindy Ruff being fired today.
Not too surprised. He's there for 15 years, 15 seasons with the Sabres, And, they made I think they made the playoffs about 8 times while he was there. They went to the Stanley Cup Finals a long time ago, back in '99, once with him. But, the message gets old, and the players need, to hear the...
16 years.
Yeah, the players they need a fresh message. And so, I don't, that's a long time to be an NHL coach. Usually you're lucky if you get 5 years out of the job. So he had a good run, but there's new ownership in Buffalo. They've got expectations to win. They've committed a lot of money to a lot of big contracts. They've brought in some players that they expect a lot from. I mean, you got Ryan Miller, who's pretty much thrown everyone under the bus already up to this point, and they're losing. They look like they're going to miss the playoffs for the second straight year. And that's just not going to fly in Buffalo right now. So,
who do you think could be a good replacement?
I'd love to see Patrick Waugh, be offered a position as a head coach in the NHL. I think he's not only has the great lineage of being a great NHL player, but he also has been working as a coach himself, and I think he's NHL ready. I mean, I don't know him personally, and I've really watched him coach, and I am not familiar with his style, but just based on his name and his branding and just what he would bring, the notoriety and and everything that he would bring to a team is interesting to me. And with the kind of moves that Buffalo's been making, I think that they could be possibly interested in getting some kind of character like Patrick Waugh behind the bench. I think it'd be fun to see him coaching in the NHL. So he has my vote.
All right. Well, we'll only see in a bit, then I guess we'll find out sooner or later. Well, that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter for future episodes. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.
Good night.